Hello, welcome to Boardgame Basecoats, and today we are unboxing Late Arrivals, the expansion to the Isle of Cats. So I went ahead and bought them at the same time, and they arrived at different times. I actually got this box first before I got the base game, and I had to wait. So it's nice to have them open. So let's go ahead and check out what is inside. Now, this expansion is basically an expansion to accommodate more players, so a 5th player and a 6th player. So I don't know that there are any extra special rules, so let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we've got. First off, we've got a rules sheet, and I did take a quick look at this thing, and it talks about modules and swapping things out and such, but we'll talk about that more as we go. First off, let's go ahead and check out these wooden figures. Now, these are the same figs that we had in the original. Let's pop out my favorite color, and hey, wait a second. He's been chipped. Yeah, so I did mention in my first video that these do feel very fragile. I'm actually kind of amazed that tails aren't broken and such, but I do want to find the chip, and there it is. Alright, so I'll probably just glue this on here. It does seem kind of weird that there'd be a chip like that rather than a break, but I'm happy for the chip rather than a break. Definitely finding a storage solution for the cats is probably priority number 1. So for now, I will go ahead and keep the orange cat here separate and protected, and with the chip, so I can deal with that later. But let's go ahead and check out the other tokens just to make sure there's no problems. First off, here is the Oshax figure. There were no Oshax figures in the original, so I can only assume that this one will serve some extra special function. Yeah, I'm not really sure of how the cats work. I did check out the rule book just very briefly, and it looks like you will place these not just on the island, but on your ship. And I'm not really sure why. Maybe something gets, it's just marked because it's been scored, or I don't know. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the cards here. There are a lot of new cards in here, and the rule sheets mention modules, so I don't know if these are marked in some way for modules. I think there was like a module G or something. But as you can see, these are all the same type of cards. They are the discovery cards. And in the rule sheet, it mentioned something about the solo play. So I'm assuming the cards can be used in solo play. I do not believe there are any extra solo play only cards in here. I believe that these will be just used with the regular game. Now that said, according to the rule sheet, you're only supposed to have these cards shuffled into the deck if you are playing 5 and 6 players. And honestly, I find that kind of annoying. Yeah, when I shuffle in cards, I just like to just leave them in. I'm not gonna, oh, I'm playing with 2 people. Oh no, take out some cards. No. If I do take out cards, it'll just be a set number. So for example, if I am playing less than 5 or 6, well, I'll just take out, maybe 50 cards or something. Something like that seems more sane to me than specifically going in and get a specific ratio of cards or looking for a specific expansion symbol. And these do have a little treasure chest expansion symbol or something in that bottom left corner. But I'd rather just count them out and deal with whatever got ripped out by accident or whatever. So I'd rather play through a situation than have to nitpick and pull out something or put in some other thing. So yeah, some people like modules, but for me, no. If I get an expansion, shuffle it all in, let's get going. So I'm not really into modular play. Alright, so looks like we've got, just like the first game, a bunch of tokens, and these are really in here, so come on. Get out, you can do it. Very snug in that box. But, so this is unexpected and very cool. I guess I should have expected it. So There are some player boards in here, so let's go ahead and check those out first. And just like the first one, these have some animals on. Ooh, hammerhead. Let's go ahead and check this one out first. Yes, so very cool animal. And just as with the first, these are double-sided. And in the top right corner there, that's basically the turn order. And yeah, in the bottom, I really do like those hammerheads. In the bottom corner, it's something about scoring, but you know, as I check it out, yeah, it seems kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it goes. Ooh, manta rays. So yeah, my new favorite board. The other one had the squid and the turtle. So yeah, as I said before, oh, and it looks like, and this was something I didn't check in the first one. So both sides of the same board have the same arrangement of rats. Okay, so I was kind of curious about that. That said, so each board does have a different arrangement of rats. So I'm just taking a closer look at that here. And as I said in the first video, I'm sure, you know, the number of rats is probably equal, and you know, maybe that arrangement is strategic versus these quadrants, because that does have something to do with the play. And I did check the rule book about that whole quadrant thing, and there's something about the colors, and you can play the cats everywhere, but if they're in the right quadrant that matches their color, you can pull a treasure. As I said, I did not read them. I was just kind of checking out the bold print or something. Just quickly looking at these tiles. Okay, it looks like they are different. So that's a difference from the first one. Here, these are the rare treasure cards. And yeah, it looks like this new set has more rare treasure cards. Has extra fish tokens, of course. And then it has more of these basket tokens. And these, of course, have gray on the one side, and I still don't know why. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the cats. Now, I'm calling these the Purple Tower Cats. In the rules, it mentions families. Now, if you think about most games, you know, they'll pop out some kind of weird terminology and people just ignore it. But, oh, here's a bunch of dead space, so that seems like a waste. I feel like they could have stuck more treasure cards or more something. Anyway, here are some more. But, yeah. As I was saying, yeah, most games will come up with some weird terminology and people just ignore it anyway and, you know, end up calling it, well, the purple tokens or the whatever. And in this one, it's kind of funny, you know, they just keep calling it, you know, the purple lands or the whatever. They didn't do anything special, even though they have the special pictures. So I'm calling these the Blue Temple Cats because the blue map tokens that match them have this kind of weird Taj Mahal-y building on them. And yeah, I'm just comparing here. Yeah, I just feel like there's more wasted space in this expansion versus the original set. And as we get through these, it seems like these later tiles here have used the space better. Okay, so here this one has far more of these treasure tokens. And I'm noticing that I feel like the treasure tokens do come in a variety of shapes. So just like these Oshax cats. So these Oshax cats are white, and I think it's because they're kind of like the rainbow. They can go anywhere. They do something special. But none of the Oshax cats have the same shape of any other cats. Now these green cats, red cats, and what have you, these I think are new shapes compared to the original. And just like the original, all of these new cats have the same shape. So this green weird shape right here would be mimicked on the red one, would be mimicked on the orange one, and what have you. So as far as unique special cats, yeah, it is the Oshax cats. And if I read, and you know, as I say, I just briefly went through the rules. It seems to me that if I remember right, the red cats placed in the red area, then you get to draw these common treasures. So you get common treasures when the colored cats are put in the right location. And so I would assume that you get the rare treasures if you have Oshak's cats. I don't know. So I really do got to read those rules. For now, though, we'll just keep punching along here. Because, hey, more stuff to punch makes me feel good. And, hey, this orange one looks like it's the best use of space by far. All right, so a bunch of common treasures right here. And, yeah. Except for the color and the shape. So these 1x1 squares, for example, are the commons. So that really is the biggest differentiation besides the color. Orange for common and more of the goldy color for the rare ones. I'm calling these orange cats the ruin cats. I mentioned that in the first one. And yeah, they are still my favorites. Alright, so yeah. Definitely use that sheet a lot better. And that wraps up the tokens, so that's pretty much all of them. So as expansions go, this one was pretty cool. So this one included a ton of stuff. So even though this expansion talked about pulling the cards out, it did not talk about pulling any of the tiles out. So these additional cat tiles will go into that bag, and ooh, now I'm thinking about it, that bag is going to be really full with the addition of all these extra cats. So now I'm wondering if the treasures actually go in there, or maybe they're set aside. Yeah, I definitely will have to check that out. So this box is just as sturdy as their other ones. So I'm hoping that I can stick this smaller box into the bigger box to really help me with my organization. Alright, so that pretty much wraps this one up. I am really looking forward to playing the game. I will be mixing everything in there together right off the bat. So I hope you'll join me for that. I'm really happy that you joined me for this one. Thanks a lot.